In the 12th century, the most important trade event in Europe was the Champagne Fair. I don't know how to pronounce Champagne, just Champagne. 6 times a year in the Champagne region of northeastern France, every merchant who mattered showed up. Wool from Flanders, silk from Italy, leather from Spain, spices from the East. The Stanford economist Avner Grieve has written about how medieval trade fairs like these actually worked. Here's what's fascinating about them. The merchants policed each other. If a buyer was slow to pay at one fair, the news traveled to the next fair before he did. By the time he arrived, no vendor would put cloth on his table. He could be the wealthiest man in the city. The fair didn't care. That rhymes. Vendor trust was the only currency that mattered. 800 years later, in a Toys R Us boardroom, the same currency would run out at exactly the wrong moment. I'm Ernie Maldonado, founder and CEO of Gran Minerva, an early warning system that helps you see customer drift before it's too late. It's September 18th, 2017. Toys R Us files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The company is carrying about $5 billion in debt from a 2005 leveraged buyout. The brand is still famous. Kids still recognize their giraffe. Parents still remember the jingle. Heck, I remember it. But the company needs suppliers to keep shipping toys for the most important season of the year, the holidays, Christmas. The vendor response decides what happens next. Some suppliers demand cash on delivery. Some demand credit insurance. Some demand letters of credit. And some just simply stop shipping. Christmas 2017 happens with thin shelves in the most important retailer for toys in America at the time. By March 2018, the company announces liquidation. By June 2018, all U.S. stores are closed. Tens of thousands of employees lose their jobs. So here's the part that matters for any business owner watching this. Toys R Us didn't fall because customers stopped loving the brand. The drift signal was in the vendor behavior, and they missed it. Suppliers had been quietly tightening terms for years before the bankruptcy filing. The credit insurance markets had been pricing Toys R Us as risky long before the consumer noticed anything was wrong. The drift was visible to anyone watching the supply chain, not the storefront. So here's the lesson learned for drift detection. In any business that depends on inventory, supplier confidence is the leading indicator. When your terms go from net 60 to net 30 to net 15 to wire us before the truck leaves, your customer-facing brand doesn't matter. The shelves are empty before customers even know to be upset. Champagne vendors understood this. Toys R Us apparently didn't or simply forgot. Watch your supplier vendor the way you watch your customer behavior. The shift in how suppliers treat you is one of the earliest signals of operational drift that there is. Gran Minerva exists to surface drift signals in both directions, customer and operational. I'm Ernie Maldonado. Thanks for watching.